Good morning, afternoon, or evening, all members of the cult, past, current, and future, and welcome to the next episode of The Long Dark 100 Days on Stalker. Last episode, we have so far survived 1 day, 3 hours, and 46 minutes. We set up our home base at the camp office. We had just looted the Trapper's Cabin. We spawned in the Mystery Lake region. Today's episode is going to be a little bit of a shorter one. We're going to focus on going and raiding the Hoover Dam. We're going to drop off the stuff we obtained in the Trapper's Cabin back at our base in the camp office. Then we're going to go loot as much of the dam as we can. So this quick episode is just going to be a little loot goblin episode, just where we go and collect some things. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. No time to waste. So we've saved, we looted everything we need to loot in Trapper's Cabin. So let's go ahead and get moving back to base. We can drop off some of this stuff. And then we can make our way to the dam. There's a couple of trailers we can loot along the way. Let's see. We don't have any other weapons. We do have a couple of flares. We got water, coffee. We got some flares, matches. We're good on food. We got stones. Okay. So let's continue on. I believe... No, we don't have anything curing at the base right now. If I see any rabbits along the way, we will probably go ahead and kill them. And then we can skin them a little bit later, probably towards the end of the episode. Go ahead and have their guts and hide curing. We can use the guts, once it cures, to make either line for fishing, or I think it can be used to go towards crafting a bow. And the pelts can be used for making some gloves or a hat, which would do really well to keep us warm. So for those who don't know, in the Long Dark, if you think, oh, well, Night Cultish, you're pretty warm already, you're not even losing any heat, why would you need to go and kill these animals and use their skin to make clothes? Because in the Long Dark, the game can be survived for a very long time. I think the record was some guy who, before the update reset everything, he survived for like 13,000 days or something like that. But the world gets more dangerous the longer you survive. So starting out is not that terrible, but the longer you last, the more wildlife there will be, such as bears and wolves. The colder the world will get, the more blizzards that will spawn, etc. So you will get to the point where even on something like, say, Voyager, if you play Voyager long enough, you will start to get really cold as you survive longer because of the world getting cold. No, don't survive. Survival bow. Not in the worst condition. Broken arrow. We can break this down for an arrowhead. We need a forge in order to make new arrows, and I think the nearest forge to here is going to be in Forlorn Muskeg. I don't... Wait, no. No. I think there's one in Broken Railroad at the maintenance yard. Is this birch bark? Yes, it is. Let's grab this. Birch bark can be used in a... I don't remember if I explained it in episode 1, but the various plants you pick can be used to make teas, and they each have different conditions. So if you don't have any medicine, for instance, like say you don't have any painkillers, you can use rosehip tea. Well, birch bark tea will slowly restore your condition over the course of an hour. So it will help build your condition back up without you having to take time sleeping and stuff. Okay, let me put this away before I accidentally waste my flare. So the marine flares are very good, but they do not last long at all. If you're going to use a marine flare, it needs to be for, like, emergency fire starting, or if you're in front of a bear. Because if I remember correctly, the marine flare is the only thing that will scare off a bear. A regular flare will not do it. And fire, of course. Fire will scare away a bear. So, and of course, this is going to be a slower, calmer series. It's not going to be as high action as State of Decay is. Because this is very much a game where you take your time and you build yourself up to be able to survive this frozen apocalypse. So the best thing to do is take your time, loot where you can. And at some point in the future, we are going to be making this a series of challenges as well, not just 100 days. 100 days is just to start us out, get me into the Long Dark on YouTube, see how well it does in terms of performance, bring in the community and build it up some. And then after that, I will start to do challenges such as region locked or 30 months in every region or even 100 days interloper, so on and so forth. If this series does well on YouTube in terms of viewerships, comments, and retention, I might even be encouraged to go so far as to try and do something insane, like trying to go for 500 days on Interloper, or um, one that I have in my head is an outdoors only challenge, where, I mean, it's exactly what it says. I can only do things outdoors. Now, whenever that challenge comes around, I already have a bit of a caveat in there. I can go inside buildings to loot, but I won't be allowed to eat, sleep, repair clothing, any of that while I'm inside the building. Speaking of which, really quick, how do I... Okay, it doesn't give me an option, so it might not be able to repair the bow. It might not have an option for that. Because I know with guns, you can find a firearm cleaning kit to improve their condition. I don't know if there's anything similar for bow and arrow. But, yeah, we're pretty close to carry capacity, so we'll get back to base. We'll drop off a lot of this stuff. And we'll get our carry weight down. We'll organize our inventory some, and then we will go hit the dam so that we can loot that place out. The dam is a great place for flares, lamps, oil. There's a fair amount of clothing there as well. I don't think there's a chance for weapons. But there's a lot of water, a good bit of food. So I think looting out the dam this episode is the move. And then we'll see. We can't hunt any rabbits along the way. Now, of course, we do increase the risk of drawing the attention of wolves if we have rabbits in our inventory. So if you play this game, if you have any sort of carcass or raw meat in your inventory, it builds up a smell meter. And the bigger that smell meter is, or the more it's filled up, the more predators will detect you from further away. Okay, so I still need to get better at aiming. Okay, let's get that. Let's kill him. And then once we get back to the camp office, we'll drop him, and we'll come back and harvest him later. So I don't have a storm lantern. So I'll keep some fuel on me. There's a strong chance we can find a storm lantern inside the dam. Yeah, that's another rabbit over there. That's too close to the wolf for me to go after that rabbit. So we'll just wait to see if we can't find one along the way. Because right now, with that one level of scent, if I were to go after that rabbit over there, it would be close enough to no doubt draw the wolf's attention. Oh, wait, did I go right past our base? I did. Shows how little attention I'm paying when I get locked in. See, we also have this lake here we can go fishing on once we craft some fishing line. So we definitely need to keep that in mind. There's a deer over here. We don't have any way of hunting it. I don't see any other rabbits as of right this second. So, what we'll do is, can I drop the rabbit carcass out here? Yes, I can. So what we'll do is we'll leave it out here so that it won't spoil. It will get frozen, but, I mean, it's a small price to pay. We can thaw it out with a fire. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with a bit of inventory management. So this book, we don't need right this second. Let's see, 5 minutes. I'll go ahead and harvest this. It'll reduce some of our carry weight. There's not much at the dam we'll need the hatchet for, so we'll leave that here. We'll leave this here. We'll leave the fuel here for the time being. We'll leave this. We'll leave this. We'll set the snare up outside, actually. And we can leave our reading books here as well. What about fire starting? Magnifying glass does nothing for me. I don't even know why I picked it up. Let's see, we'll leave behind 3 books. We're trying to manage our carry weight the best we can right this second. I think this is fine for fire starting. I don't have any extra clothes on me. We'll leave behind one of these things of antiseptic. We'll leave behind some bandages. We're fine on painkillers. We don't need to leave those behind. We don't want to leave the water. Don't want to leave the flare. Don't want to leave any of this. So I think... So now it's just a... Okay, there we go. So our jerry can's there. Antiseptic. We'll just put our medicine up here. Let's see. Yeah, fire starting stuff can go here. Let's see, our hatchet. We'll just put over here with the hammer. Our cooking pot can stay here for the time being. Survival bow. Can we put this on here as well? Yes, we can, so we'll put that there. Firearm cleaning kit can just go right there. Let's see, this is a fire starting book, so I can't stack them. Okay. Definitely want to keep our fire starting books separate from our reading books. So actually, our reading books can go right here with our ammo on the ammo table. Okay, I'm sorry. I know this isn't like the exciting content you guys are hoping for, but I love base building and customization so much. It like just, oh my god. It tickles my OCD just the right way. Okay. This one up here. We will start reading these books eventually. As of right now, though, I want to at least get to the dam. We are starting to get tired, which is going to start affecting our carry capacity. I'll look to see what time of day it currently is. Whetstone can just go over here with the other one. Magnifying glass is no good, so we'll just put it there. And then the bandages can go with the rest of our healing stuff. Go ahead and drink some water. Okay, what time of day is it? It's getting close to nighttime. I'm confident in finding our way towards the dam while it's dark. So I think what I will do is I'll sleep for about 6 hours, try to get some energy back. I'll drink the coffee to reduce our fatigue. Oh, it sounds like there's a blizzard outside, of course. Oh, well, we'll push through it. As long as I stick to the road, I can find my way there. To the dam, it's really not going to be a problem. If we start getting cold or start getting hypothermia risk, we can dip inside one of the trailers that's outside the dam and warm up for a bit. Okay, let me drink a bit of this. And then I'm going to go ahead and drink this coffee to reduce our fatigue. I didn't drink the water all the way because if you're not thirsty, then it won't build up your hydration. Let's use a bit of night vision to find our way to the front door. Alright, let's go face the blizzard. The best part about the blizzard is the fact that it means there's no animals out here. So we don't have to worry about wolves, we don't have to worry about bears. We can just make a straight path directly for the dam and not have to worry about getting attacked on the way. Let's see, follow the telephone poles to the tracks. And now, as long as I stay on the tracks, it is a straight shot all the way to the dam. Our carrying capacity isn't where I'd want, as low as I'd want it, but it's fine. We need to have the ability to start a fire just in case it's cold inside the dam. I don't think it will be, but you never know. We might have to build a fire anyway, so that'll take some of the weight off, simply because if you are walking in the blizzard or in a snowstorm, or even if it's just lightly snowing, your clothes will get wet. And once your clothes get fully wet, they become a lot heavier, and they also can become frozen, which will greatly increase your hypothermia risk. Let's see, have we looked in here for anything yet? Okay, yeah, we have. We already searched in here.
Can't feel my feet.
Okay, I didn't see anything. I thought I did. So let's go ahead and just sprint for it. Our food is fine. Our fatigue is reduced thanks to the coffee, so we're just going to sprint for it. We should be coming up on the bridge soon.
Freezing.
We just need to keep... If you lose sight of the railroad tracks, just follow the power lines. The power lines will guide you as well. I think I see the truck coming up that's right at the bridge. Or it's the train derailment, one of the two. Let's see, our clothes are starting to become wet, so we're going to need a fire to dry them out quicker. Okay, this is the train derailment, so we still got a little ways to go. Luckily, it is bright enough that you guys can actually see what's going on. That's really my big concern with this game, is how dark it gets. I'm worried you all won't really be able to see what's going on. But it looks like it's just fine. I mean, it's not like there's much to see with a blizzard raging anyway. So we should be coming up on the bridge before long. Okay, the blizzard's dying down. All right, so we survived the blizzard. Beautiful. Still going to be some high winds. Still the risk of our clothes getting wet and frozen. But as of right this second, the blizzard's passed. Hypothermia risk is still looking fine. So what we'll do is we'll get inside this truck. We'll see anything. We'll go check out these two trailers. See if there's anything to find over here. Oh, the wolves are back. Okay, let's see. Do we have anything in here?
I wonder who owns this stuff.
We'll take that. Let's go ahead and get our flare out, because we're about to have to use it. Okay. The flare will kind of keep them at bay for a little bit, plus we're going to need it to see in here. Quality tools, we'll come back and get those on the way back to base. But they're really heavy, so we'll leave those for right now. Leave that. We'll take the food.
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
Let's go ahead and see what's in here. But you see how quickly this marine flare is running out? Light shell will definitely take that. We'll take these just in case we need to repair any clothing. So we can throw this on. That's going to really help to warm us up.
This stuff will come in handy.
We'll take some antibiotics. Whew, okay. Kind of scary, not gonna lie. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just use some of our matches. Wait, I have a regular? Oh, well, I'm stupid. I didn't have to waste the marine one. These regular road flares last a whole lot longer. Honestly, better, but I forgot I had them.
Thank goodness.
No, it's fine. We can tend to find some pretty good flares inside the dam. Okay, so pick some more matches just for the time being. We can always leave them back at base if we need to. Alright, so we don't have anything else to worry about grabbing at this moment. So let's go on ahead and get into the dam. So we start looting this out, because I'm not looking to make this an hour-long episode. Like, in the future, these long, dark episodes will be pretty lengthy. But this episode, I was not wanting to make, like, stupid long. Close that, stop the wolves from getting in here. Let's see, once it's daylight, I'm going to make sure to get a screenshot of the dam for the thumbnail, because that would make a great thumbnail. Okay, let's get in here. Alright, we are warming up. Beautiful. So we have it there for fire starting if we need it. We're trying to find some more clothes right now in case we need to do any repairs. Festive sweater. That could be pretty warm. So a thing about clothes I learned from another YouTuber about this game. So the clothing does have a weight, but it reduces the weight by, I think, like, 75% when you're wearing it or something like that. So your clothing will eventually weigh less once you wear it, but you still can very much get overburdened by clothing. Could have sworn there was... No, I'm thinking of the hibernium processing. That's where I got mixed up at. So we do have this workbench. I want to pick up any scrap metal I can find so we can make, like, fishing hooks and other things. Jerry can. Well, actually, let's just move this towards the front so I don't forget it instead of just carrying it around with us. We'll just set it right here. Because I am hoping to find a storm lantern in here. Spray paint, really don't need that. Spray paint is not that useful of an item, in my opinion. Okay, nothing in there.
There's got to be something useful in here.
I'm picking up all this clothing just for the sake of breaking it down. So that we can repair any other clothes we need. Scrap metal. Thick wool sweater, where's that going to go? So, actually, we'll probably repair the sweater, and that would make things a lot better. Go ahead and put this on. And we'll just scrap all the rest of these. We'll throw those on. So we're actually going to be pretty warm now. So let's see, there's 2 toilets I can get water out of. We are okay on water right this second, so I'm actually going to save these toilets for later. Because whenever we're ready to change regions, I am going to have to come back through the dam to get to Winding River in order to go to Pleasant Valley. And Pleasant Valley is going to be the next stop on our list after we exhaust some time in Mystery Lake. I'm not going to stay in one place for just too long. That's what the region lock challenge is going to be for. But I do want to spend some time in each region, just getting to learn it, exploring it, getting some inventory ready for further trips, etc. And my hope is to explore just about every region during this 100-day playthrough. Water purification tablets you really don't need. There's so many sources to get clean water. Toilets, boiling it yourself, randomly finding it. Water purification tablets, I've been playing this game for a long time on console. I've never once used water purification tablets. All these filing cabinets seem to be empty, I've noticed. Even on lower difficulties, they're pretty empty.
Hope I can still eat
there we go.
this.
So we got some food there. Alright, let's use another one. I really don't want to go through all my flares this quickly, but the dam is a very dark place. So you kind of need to use your light sources while you can to see. There's multiple workbenches in here, so that's, I mean, useful, can be. Alright, we don't need to pick up any more books. We've got plenty of fire starting gear.
Is it food or...
Okay, so just like I taught you the safes, you just kind of have to figure out by ear, but it's always going to be left, right, left. And the combination is going to be randomized every time you play through. So 59. So was that 59, 9? Alright, so 59, 9, 30 something. So 59. Nine, and it was up here past 35. 36, okay. Let's see if we got anything in here.
Someone's stash.
Not really worth it. Emergency stim, that could be good in a shit and get situation. Honestly, you probably won't see me using an emergency stim unless I am running away from a moose. We got plenty of painkillers. I'll leave that here for now. Alright, so we're going to travel down real quick because there is a part in the lower dam where there's a chance of finding a frozen body, and there's a very high chance of there being a storm lantern right next to him. So we definitely want to get that.
Where's the good stuff?
Or we can get a storm lantern right now. That is amazing. Let's go ahead and wear this. Let's see. Let's go ahead and drop that. That's unnecessary weight. So we need scrap metal to repair this. And we need simple tools. I wonder if quality tools would actually work. Because I think we found a box of quality tools over in the trailer, didn't we? Okay, let's just go ahead and head down and explore the lower area. Because I think we can find another lantern. If we can, it might be in better condition. Painkillers. Pretty frequently there's a frozen body and some painkillers right here. What's the condition of this lamp? 87%. So what we'll do is we'll break down the other one for scrap metal and fuel. And we'll just use this one because it's a higher condition. And I'll switch to using the storm lantern once the flare runs out. We're going to be over encumbered in a minute, especially if there's a third storm lantern down here. Here we go, simple tools. We'll take that so that we can repair the condition. There's not really much stuff in here. There is a fire barrel, though, for building a fire. Yep, here we go. Marine flare, storm lantern. Oh, don't worry, buddy. You're only losing some weight in a little bit. We just gotta wait for it to be daylight so we can actually see. Nope, can't see anything in there. Let's see if we get any better clothing out of this. Coffee. That's amazing. By the way, the dam is easily one of the spookiest places in this game, like, without a doubt. Just because of the ambience and everything, but I love this place. We got some more matches right there. So we gotta remember there's a good few matches in the Hoover Dam. Ideally, I'd like to find a pair of shoes so I can break them down and repair the ones I've got. But I'm not sure how likely it is to find a pair of shoes in here. Okay, let's just go ahead and throw that. And, let's see. What's our highest condition lantern? It's this one that's 87%, so we'll use this one. And actually, this place is bright enough that on my screen, I could see to look around without using the lantern, but I can tell just from looking on OBS, you guys will not be able to see a damn thing. So, in this instance, the lantern is for you guys more than it is for me. Let's see, if I can just find a pair of shoes, I'll be happy. Because I need cured leather to be able to repair shoes. Nothing there.
I could use this.
Don't really need any more stones. Let's see, we'll just run through here. I don't want to use up all the lantern fuel. We will sleep till daylight at some point in a little bit. And then I'm going to get to work on harvesting, repairing, doing various other things. And then once I'm done with that, we're going to head back to the camp office and end out the video. Let's see, these lockers are going to be the best place to find them.
This'll come in.
There we go, right there. Ask and ye shall receive. Don't really need that. We'll take that. Take the lantern fuel. Nothing here. Let's compare shoes. So these are actually better. So what I'll do is I'll break these down and then repair these to a higher condition. So this wool ear cap, that's really great. That's an accessory item. So now we have 2 of them. Okay, antiseptic, we don't really need that. It doesn't look like there's going to be anything else of importance. There's really nothing in these that's worth searching. Coffee? Nope, no coffee. So you can't find coffee inside the microwave. So if you're inside a house or a building or whatever and you see a microwave, always pop it open. You might get you a free cup of coffee. So, alright, let's head back to the upper dam. We can start getting ready to break things down, and then we can go from there. So another... Yep. Definitely want to replenish my flares, because I had to use a lot more of them than I really wanted to. But if you're ever struggling to find a storm lantern and you really want one so you're not using up your flares, just come to the Hoover Dam if you happen to be in Mystery Lake, because you saw that in this dam alone I found 3 storm lanterns. Now I can't be sure of the spawn rate on Interloper, because Interloper spawn rates are abhorrent, which is kind of the point. But I at least had an inkling that there was going to be a guaranteed storm lantern right here next to this dude's body. Take this broken arrow. We can break it down, get an arrowhead, save some scrap metal.
Something's got to go.
Okay, so I'm going to get back to the front door, because that's where the most light is going to be when the sun comes up. There are a couple of things in here to get, but none of them are, like, high importance items that I'm caring about. So I really got the main ones I want. I got some more shoes. I got plenty of materials for repairing. I got Storm Lantern, which the Storm Lantern, I'm going to be honest with you, is completely useless outdoors. Like if you're going through a blizzard or something, the Storm Lantern is worthless. You actually makes it harder to see, believe it or not. But the Storm Lantern is great for if you're inside a building at dark, you're trying to find your way around or loot. The Storm Lantern comes pretty in clutch. Okay, let's put this away. What we'll do is we will go ahead and refuel it. There, that should have some of the lamp oil carry weight off of us. We're getting tired. So we'll set up our bedroll here. We're plenty warm. Let's go ahead and we'll eat this broth. Give us a high calorie amount. Go ahead and eat this chocolate bar. And we'll drink one of these just to save our water as much as we can, because we're about to start using that water to brew coffee. And let's do 5 hours. we go. Sun's coming up. So let's pick this up. Let's go ahead and we'll have another soda. No, that must have been one that I drank from already. I'm not sure if you can actually get food poisoning from sodas or not. I haven't seen it happen yet. Okay, so first things first, the longest process is going to be breaking this down and repairing the lantern. So this will give us fuel. This will give us scrap metal. Let's go ahead and harvest this one. Okay. And then we will repair this one. Okay, so that's 100%. Go ahead and refuel it some. Okay, now comes the fun part of where we start breaking down all of our clothing. This is actually probably going to take us the better part of the day to do. So actually, what I'm thinking about, I gotta remember the controls so I can remember how to take a screenshot. High resolution screenshot, HUD disabled, F10. Okay, that's the one I need. So I gotta remember the F10 is how I do it, because screenshots are how I make
Might have to drop
thumbnails.
some gear.
There we go. Okay, let's get back inside and start going through this stuff again. But luckily, I looted everything in the dam. I was concerned about looting. Okay, so what we'll do for the time being is let's just go ahead and get back to breaking down clothes so that we can maybe repair them. Guess I came inside at the right time. It sounds like yet another blizzard is hitting. I wish there was a quicker way to harvest, kind of like a hotkey. You think they would put that in? So let's harvest this last one, then we'll drink some water, because breaking down the shoes and some of the bigger clothing items take the longest amount of time. So that's all harvest. Let's go ahead, because we're going to be refilling our water before we leave. We want to be able to brew coffee and whatnot. So we're going to harvest these. It's going to take an hour and a half, which is exactly why I drank the water. Okay, and then... So then actually, yeah, let me go ahead and put that on. And then we can go ahead and break these down. And you might be thinking it's kind of overkill to have this much cloth. Trust me, it's not. I've been repairing clothes in this game for a while. And you would be amazed the amount of times you will fail to repair clothes. Like that right there. There we go. That's at 73%. Go ahead and repair this. See, this takes 2 cloth to repair, which means every time we fail, that's 2 cloth we're going to lose. That's fine, that's fine. Pretty much I don't repair unless it gets down below 50% or starts getting to that point. We'll repair these just in case. There we go. So, but see right there, use up all of our cloth. So we are out of cloth now. Go ahead and drink up the water. Let's get some of our calories back. and get this. Get 500 calories. Beautiful. What's our carry weight at? So we are below carry weight. It's only reduced simply because of how heavy we are. But we're about to be overweight in a minute because I'm about to go and grab this water out of these toilets, and then we're going to pick up that fuel, and then we are going to head back to the camp office where I will end out this episode. Let's go and take all this because we're going to need a lot of water to make coffee. We are going to start brewing coffee once we get back to base. Nope, sprain risk, we're over encumbered. That's all fine and well. Actually, what I will do is I'll sleep for like, I'll sleep for 4 hours. I mean, I found my way over here in the dark in a blizzard. We can get back to the camp office in the dark. Pick that up. Let's pick this up. Go ahead and finish off our last soda.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
So we have survived 3 days. Only 97 more to go. All right, let's get moving. We will get back to the camp office, and we will end things there. I'm not going to worry about dropping stuff and organizing this video. We'll do it at the start of episode 3. But I'm on a teensy bit of a time crunch, so I just need to get back to the camp office, and then that is where I will end the recording. Unlike State of Decay 2, there are going to be no jump cuts in the Long Dark, unless, you know, I have to edit or mess with options. That's why there are some jump cuts in episode 1, because I was having to continuously mess with my options until I got everything just right. But this is a game where you will see the full journey, no edits, no jumps, no anything, for the 100 Days of Stalker difficulty, from episode 1 on to whatever episode we finally hit 100 days. Keep in mind, these are going to be long, just like State of Decay 2. Each episode is going to be anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. So these are very much definitely series for you to just kind of play in the background or listen to or something. I mean, if you want to watch the whole entire time and learn how to play this amazing game, I'm not going to complain about that one bit. But yeah, these are definitely going to be very long videos between both these series. Just so we're not spending too much time walking in the blizzard, I'm going to sprint forward as much as I can. We should be getting the well-fed bonus for too long. If you go 3 days without starving, you will get the well-fed bonus, which increases your condition bar and increases your carry capacity by like 10 pounds. I see a wolf over there. We'll take the long way around, see if we can avoid it so we don't have to use our flare. Did not work. Okay. So I'll at least show you guys how to scare off a wolf. You can either throw a flare at it, like I'm sure you saw me do in episode 1, or what you can actually do is you can hotkey straight to one of your weapons, and then just aim. And like that. And then just re-equip your flare. So when you aim at a wolf, there is like a 50-50 chance that it will either run away immediately or it will charge you. Never play that gamble. If you have a flare or a torch, just drop it, aim, and wait for the wolf to charge you, and it will immediately get scared and run away. If you play the 50-50, you're going to end up getting maimed, you're going to get your clothing torn, and all kinds of not fun stuff's going to happen. So just don't take the gamble. If you know for a fact you can scare off the wolf with an absolute guarantee, just scare it off. At some point, whenever we manage to hunt down a gun, we are going to be hunting wolves and bears and whatnot. We can use their pelts to make clothing. So we will be hunting them eventually. We'll use them for food too, although with predator meat, you can get a lot of meat from wolves and bears, especially bears. You can get like 60 pounds worth of meat. But carnivore meat has a chance of getting you sick with parasites. And I'm not entirely sure what the cure is for parasites in this game, if there even is one. There might not be a cure for parasites. It might be one of those conditions you just have to ride it out. Okay, we will pick up the rabbit carcass, too, and go ahead and take it inside. Are these acorns right here? No, apparently not. Unless I can't search with a flare in my hand. No, here we go. I'm not entirely sure what acorns are for, but they can be used for teas and stuff, so might as well harvest them while you can. It's another resource. I'm pretty sure these trees have these little dirt patches around them, like this right here, are indicators that it's an acorn tree. Okay. That's good enough right there. And I see our base coming up. See, I don't see any wolves out here. So actually the thing is, can we pick up the frozen rabbit carcass or not? Do I actually have to come out here, build a fire, and defrost it? See, there's no sense in taking this inside, so unfortunately it was a waste of flare. Alright, we'll take that. Let's head inside.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Alright, we'll just go ahead and drop the rabbit in here. It'll go ahead and start thawing out. And that is the end of episode 2 of The Long Dark. I hope you guys are enjoying it. We are on day 3 out of 100. The days go by much faster in this game than they do in State of Decay, simply because of being able to sleep in advance time. But I'm going to head out for the day. I hope you guys do enjoy. Remember, it's going to be possibly a bit of a delay between uploads next week due to my advanced EMT test and some other things coming up. But I will try to get uploads as soon as I'm able. I hope all of you are enjoying this content. I hope you will continue to stick around and support the channel. I hope to see it grow to something big one day. With that out of the way, I'll see all you guys in the next one. Make sure to keep an eye out and subscribe if you don't mind, so you can stay up to date when new episodes of these series drop, and so you can support the cult absolutely free of charge. I will see you guys in the next one. Hope you all have a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. Goodbye, and good night.